Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. So this reading is going to be labeled a little bit differently. This one is going to be labeled for the Moon Children. So there's many different, type of collectives that I reach out to, especially being like a vessel for the divine to deliver messages through. I don't always often say that, but I got away from it. It was very beautiful as one of the new readers, one of my soul family members I'm guided to. It's very beautiful in her introduction. She actually talks about how she is, the divine can use her as a vessel, right? And that's really what I do, right? To deliver a lot of these messages. So for a while I was trying to conform to different type of readings to reach different collectives. That's why there's so many different types of labels. I got into recently doing the collective zodiac readings. So I did all 12 zodiacs for this full moon that we're feeling in Sagittarius, right? So I've been talking and connecting a lot with Source, like where am I going to go next? What type of readings am I going to be doing? This full moon is very, very important. It's very, very impactful. It's bringing in a lot of action and a lot of major changes, right? So tonight I've been feeling a lot of like anxiety, fear, frustration. So I've been having a lot of things coming at me tonight, attacking me, like trying to block me and stop me from downloads I've been receiving, because me being very in tune with the moon cycles, I get a lot of downloads the week of the full moon, very, very intense energies. And it's like whenever I'm starting to connect and getting these downloads, there's just all of these blockages and obstacles. Strong devil energy was coming out in the cards here, and fear. I want to show you. And I've been getting like throat chakra attacks tonight. Like you can hear my voice is like really raspy. But it's like this makes me want to deliver this message more than ever, because when I'm feeling this urgency, feeling this call that I have to get this reading out, it's for somebody. You could have been connecting with me already. This is your energy I could be feeling. Or this message is being created and you're going to come across it, right? Somebody is calling for this. I really feel, especially with intensities that's going on in my life, we mirror a lot of things. A lot of us that are chosen, that are these very empathic beings, very much, they're being called the Moon Children. You're going to be having a lot of these significant situations happening. You're going to be having a lot of things like under attack this week. Like tonight, I was physically under a lot of attack. I literally I feel to put a little bit of my personal situation out there. It's literally like I was almost thrown out of my hotel room twice tonight from certain things that were going on. These intense energies, nothing that I did, stuff that was surrounding my son and children and things, but we were protected. We are still here, right? So like, even though things looked really, really wrong, and like you got to be careful to not manifest things, because you are very, very magnetic and very, very powerful at this time. Like even when this was coming down and I was literally told like pack your things, like you need to get out now, I still told myself like don't worry, like this is going to be resolved. I was trying to temperance out that energy, not give in to this fear, not give in to the power that things are going to be worked out. I'm going to find a way. So I was remembering those techniques to breathe, to calm down, right? And we found a way to to work through those things and come up with solutions. And it was out of my hands, right? It was really taken care of for me by surrounding energies, right? So I feel that that's really important for me to tell you guys that even when endings and things like that are happening, you need to know sometimes you're being realigned, you're being moved. Like I'm still packing up all of my things. I know that this was like a temporary, like to me it was more like a warning, but I know it's to come. I'm feeling that this is what I need to tell you. You need to prepare for something, okay? There's a big 5 of Cups energy. So, and I've been talking about this in all of my readings. This is a major closing out. The Sagittarius full moon is closing out a cycle for the past 6 months. Now, every full moon cycle we have is a completion of a 6 months. It's a culmination from a new moon to the full moon for whatever sign it is. The Sagittarius full moon is closing out a cycle from our November new moon in Sagittarius. So 6-month cycle. But I don't know what it is with this. There's got to be other planetary alignments, aspects that are going on I haven't had enough time to look into a lot of the cosmic alignments, but I do see in the collective, a lot of people are talking about this is a really magnetic portal that is opening up on June 3rd through the 4th, right? This, as full moons bring in portal energies. This is a very, very magnetic one. So it would make sense that if it's very, very magnetic and you're really attracting a lot of these new things that are going on, that major things have to close out, because you can't have new things without old things closing out. And I've already been saying this, I've been witnessing this in my own life, is it's like this polarity is happening. There's this major shift. It's like the new timelines are here as the old timelines are closing out. Normally it's like things have to close out before new things come in, but it's like it's overlapping. It's almost like quantum leaping, time jumping. There's like literally new things are here while the old is closing out. And I don't know if it's meant for divine justice for it to happen that way, if it's for empowerment, for choice, for you to be able to basically make it easier for the transition. A lot of you might not understand, if you might not be on this level, but for some of you, you'll understand that if you know what I'm talking about. If you've experienced some of those things, some of you might be, what is she talking about? Time leaping, time jumping, things like that. For some of you, it's literally like these things happen, you don't realize it. You're literally on these new timelines. And a lot of it's where you go through the mind, and it's like you, it's not things you're literally having to deal with in the physical. I don't really know how to sometimes express what goes on in my mind with downloads. So we're going to get into the cards. That's why these work as tools to help us. So take whatever you feel is fitting. But my most important thing to tell you is that you guys are going to be going through intense energies, right? You're very intuitive. You're very powerful around these full moon energies. So you have to be very careful to not give in to fear, because the devil is going to create illusions. The devil is going to create all of these chaos. But you never know. But you need to know that you are protected and that things are going to work out for your highest good. Like I said, for some of you, these are major leveling ups that are going to happen. I felt guided to the Tarot de la Nuit, which is the darker side of the tarot. And this is where you're embracing the darkness. You're embracing the unknown. The world. This is universal energies. Like I said, for a lot of you, these things are out of your control. This is the universe doing this. Because like I said, we're with these DNA activations, with the energies, with the codings and everything that's going on, a lot of things are like integrating out of your control. Right? So let's see. This is, and yeah, look, I put it in, it came right back out. Very strong world energies. As I'm looking right at this power card here. This is full moon energy. This is the strongest card of this deck, which is my Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about. I haven't really looked into a lot. But this is a major closing out of cycles. So you guys could be like seeing a completely new life materializing for you. Star card is here, which represents wish fulfillment, right? After a major healing. Like I said, it's like a lot of you are going through these major healings that you were unaware that you were even doing. Ace of Swords is letting me know that I'm speaking the truth and I'm on point. It's confirmation from source to me. So a lot of you, Emperor energy, a lot of you, you're really being called to stand into your power at this time, to not give in, to not giving into this fear is allowing you to fully embrace your masculine energy. And it's like, believe it or not, even though like we often think this dark energy is so strong and it has this control over us, when you can learn to overcome that fear, you're actually stronger than it. You're stronger than the darkness. So a lot of these illusions and things are dissipating. A lot of new opportunities are emerging. It's interesting too is it was raining and storming, and often when I know that major changes and things are being disrupted. Alright, let's get into some tarot cards and then I'll do some more oracle. Let's see, what messages did you have for the moon children? I was told this reading was for. There's a moon child right there in the background. You alright, baby? You okay? Alright, see, Nine of Swords is coming out the Ten of Pentacles. What? Look at that paradigm shift. Can't make it up. The Nine of Swords is where you're stressed out, sleepless nights, worry, fear, you can't sleep. But then it goes to the Ten of Pentacles. Like literally, how do you go from that energy without some sort of intervention, without some sort of quantum leaping, time jumping. It's basically like, how do you go from stress, worry, not being able to, figure out what you're going to do, to all of a sudden having infinite abundance, being like having just all of this available to you. To get to this energy it's not something where you can just flip it like that. The Ten of Pentacles is like, well, it's like coming into treasure, but it's like more than that, because it's on all levels. You're being freed from this. For a lot of you, you're literally being like lifted out of something and put into somewhere new. It's like for some of you, you might not know why things are going down. It's like sometimes they will let God, divine source, will let the devil kind of come in and stir up some things to simply, it's kind of like a distraction while you're being moved. And a lot of times you don't see why it's happening. Very strongly, I'm getting something is happening. Somebody doesn't realize that they're being lifted up. They're being set free. Somebody was in their own prison too. Somebody was prisoning themselves. They were trapping themselves in this fear. All right, tell me more. Seven of Wands, beautiful. This is what I'm telling you to do. This is what you're doing at this time. You're being a warrior. Look at her. She is guarding herself. She looks very vulnerable. She's got very little clothing on, right? So this represents vulnerability. But you are standing guard. You are not giving in to these fears. This is somebody that's ready to fight, right? Ready to stand up for what they believe in. And that's what you're doing. Yes, that's how you're healing, actually. Beautiful. This represents wish fulfillment. By you standing up, by you not cowering, by you standing up, being brave, basically not giving into fear, is how you're temperancing out this energy. You're alchemizing this darkness to light. Look at you creating. See, this is you creating new timelines. This is you doing this, by the way. You are creating this because, like I said, you are a very powerful being. Whoever is getting guided to this reading, you are very magical. You know, it's like the universe blesses those who put in the work. The universe blesses those that don't give in to fear, that don't give in to being controlled, being manipulated into physically being into this 3D. That's why the universe works for the dreamers, for the believers. That's why it's so magical. It's so magnetic. But it takes that. That's why people have to rise above. People don't understand how the people that, it appears the ones that don't put in all of the work are the ones that get everything, right? Because they're the dreamers, they're the believers, they're the ones that are working with these universal energies. So somebody is laser focused here at creating their reality, what it is they truly want and desire. This is very beautiful energy. I'm really picking up a lot on the blues, right? I felt guided to blue, and I'm wearing blue today too. I was feeling this. The blue is a very healing energy, right? Somebody is realizing that even amongst the chaos, that they're needing to be in peace, right? Look at this. King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. That's perfect harmony, bliss. Look at this. They wanted me to show you that. This is a very, very powerful couple here. Soul level love. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get some more for this reading, then I'll tell you what I see. Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh. There's that pure love. Alright. Eight of Swords. Okay, we're going to go to 10. Let's get 2 more. The Wheel. And Six of Cups. Okay. So the Hierophant is here. So this is definitely the divine. This is God, divine source energy for me. This is letting you know that for a lot of you, there very much is divine interventions. You're having protection. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is being deflected from you, is being handled for you, but all you have to really do is have your ground. You don't realize it's like you have like an army of angels, like a league of angels behind you here. They're protecting you. They're helping you manifest and to alchemize this energy. This is still you doing this, but they're protecting you. It's like all of the weapons that people are trying to form against you, all the things that people are wishing upon you is going upon them. It's like you don't even see a lot of the attacks that come your way. When people are jealous and envious how things work out for you, that stuff is materializing, going right back at them. So this Nine of Pentacles energy is very beautiful. This is you in this energy of knowing that You have everything that you need at this moment. You're realizing that you are working with universal energies, that it is more than the physical. This is somebody that is realizing the true magic of the universe and realizing that it's not all about physicality, what you can touch, money and things like that. Like I said, the true vibration of the universe and how to work with these universal energies is through love. Right? So this is very beautiful. This is somebody that is really going after their heart's desires. And I'm getting, this is manifesting just the life of your dreams, just everything. And it can be different for everybody. Like if you wanted a dream of luxury, right, and living in the penthouse or, a mansion or whatever it may be, like you're literally creating this. Right? This is somebody that knows the inner workings of the universe and know how to work with the laws of attraction. Right? So this Eight of Swords energy is this energy that you're coming out of, right? Where you were stuck and trapped in a situation, right? But it's like she's resting. This is somebody that has been taking time to rest. And even though they may have felt that they've been isolated, kind of put into this situation, but really they've been healing themselves, working on themselves. They've kind of been taking the time out that the universe has put them in. But I'm letting you know this is what's big. This is what's coming, is that you are literally coming out now of this isolation period. And that's what I mean, like this is what's happening. Like you're gonna come out and you're just gonna, it's just like, it's gonna be unbelievable. You're gonna just be like, how did I do this so quickly? How did I go from this to this? Like that is literally what's gonna happen. The wheel. See, if you look, it's the same woman, but it's 3 different phases. This is perfect. Oh my gosh, there's thank you. This is perfect to explain like the quantum time jumping, because it's like here she is down here like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And she still has her head down here, but then she's up here, but the cord, it's really been her the entire time. Manifesting the phases. This is literally what you're doing. So the 6 of Cups is here. So this is strong energy from the past. This could be you're finally stepping into the life that you desired, that you wanted when you were a child. Like literally your childhood dreams, ambitions, because that's often like a glimpse into what your future is going to be too. You could be getting flashes and things within your dreams of you at a different age. Okay? That's kind of been showing you that this is you really tapping into your inner child. This is really you manifesting and creating this life that you desire. For some of you, you could be connecting with somebody from the past. But I'm picking more so you freed your inner child too, and that's what opened up this huge amount of creation too. Is a lot of time that's what stops you and traps you if you've been holding on to something from the past, some sort of blockage, some sort of wounding, somebody, and that's a big collective healing that's been happening. There's been a big inner child wounding where you didn't feel as though you were lovable, you didn't feel as though you had enough love, so you were going out on these searches for love instead of realizing that you had all the love that you needed from within, right? And that's a huge thing for setting somebody free. Yeah, Queen of Cups, because for a lot of you, it's like you weren't in this loving energy. The true trick, or it's not even a trick, the true way to manifest, to create, is you have to do it from a place of love. And you have to be in this energy of knowing you have enough love to be able to create whatever you want. So if you fully aren't in this energy of love, your creation, it works, but it's delayed. That's why often things that you may want, if you ever had this, like you long for things, right? And one day when you're having a really good day, all of a sudden it's like boom, 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 these things come to you. And you're just like, wow, I've wanted these for such a long time. And look, I've wanted like this happened, this happened, this happened. It's all because of your vibration, because you elevated your vibration. That's why it's like people will say like, gosh, I have a good day. I have like a really good day. That's because this stuff is really coming to you, but you had to elevate enough, right? But it's like, it's knowing that frequency. And this is where a lot of people get hung up, right? You get hung up on situations and people, and when you can truly learn to alchemize your energy, all this negative energy that's being thrown at you, and not let people mess with you, because that's what constantly brings you down and messes up your manifestations. That is when you truly get your power back. See, they're showing me this energy as somebody has strongly been like being stronghold or controlled by somebody. If you look, she's being chained, but it's to a glass window, right? And it's like She wants to be in this beautiful, loving energy, and she doesn't want to cause destruction. But sometimes you got to break that glass. Sometimes you have to cause destruction to set yourself free. Are you all right, baby? Eddie? Okay. So, this is somebody that's not wanting to do that. And that's where a lot of people cower. A lot of people, they don't want to hurt people's feelings. They don't want to. A lot of times you take into account what other people are going to feel, what other people are going to do. And that in fact impacts how you're living your life instead of living it for you. Because yes, I get it. Especially like when you have children, right? When you're a mom, you think a lot about your children. Well, what about my children? What about this? Like a lot of you stay in relationships due to the children. You don't want to hurt the children. You think about them. You think about providing for them. You think about, well, I had a children, I have to stay in this, or I have assets, like resources. What are we going to do? Things like that. But you don't realize that you're giving your power away when it's hard to explain, right? Because it's like, when you put your love down, you're putting the love down that you can give your children. It's kind of like a cup, right? It's like if your cup is empty, how are you going to pour things out into that cup with your children? But when your cup is overflowing with love, you have more than enough to give your children. So you actually have more by loving yourself more, right? So there's something that's been holding you back, right? And we give away our power to a lot of people, right? We don't realize it. Whether it's conforming to society and doing these jobs. A lot of times you get, like if you're okay, I feel like I could get carried away with the job force and all that, so I'm gonna stop. Really what this is though is, for some of you, it's like you finally broke that glass window that set you free, whatever that may be for you, whatever you stood your ground on, whatever you stood up to, whatever you decided to do is setting you free. And when it does, you reclaim your power. You start pulling all of that love into you, and then boom, that's what it's taken to quantum leap time jump, because it's like this stuff was waiting to happen. The universe works with you when you work with it. That's what I'm saying. Like literally things are going to happen out of your hands. It's just going to be like boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden you're going to be in this. You're just going to be like, wow, thank you. And you're just going to be like, I did that. What? That's literally what's happening. Wow, that's beautiful. I get shocked sometimes. I have no idea how these readings are going to go when I get called into them. But now I see why they were telling me so much to sit down, do a reading, block this out. Because I'm with you. I was in this fear, fighting off this fear. And some of me was like, why am I fighting off this fear? Like I fought off the fear, but why? I was like, why? Tell me why. They were like, well, sit down. And I was even like, what am I doing a reading for? Like, what do I need to do? And I heard first, get rid of your damn attitude. So I got rid of it. I'm really glad that I got into this reading. Like I said, it's for somebody. You don't know why things are going to happen. But like I said, sometimes the universe works with dark energies that are in fact against you to level you up. And I really feel like that's what's happening here. So I hope that made sense. I know it's going to make sense for whoever's guided to this reading. And it was labeled for my moon children. So very strongly if you're a moon child, you're very much controlled by the moon. You are very much going to be having a lot of intensity and energies going on with you around these moon. Don't give the power away, because that is when the veil's the thinnest, right? So that is when the devil and the devil agents and all of that cause a lot of mayhem. And so hold your energy, temperance out your energy. Be mindful of what you give your energy to. Stay calm. Take all of that stuff, all of that energy, all of that negative energy, right? Think of this Page of Pentacles. Use it to alchemize. You're harnessing it. This is why this is such a powerful time too. And it's like this full moon could literally bring in boom, 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 these opportunities for you. So alchemize, hold your energy. So very powerful reading. All right, love and light to all of you. Definitely if you were guided to this channel and you were not subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe, right? You're guided to me for a reason, know that. And it is a timeless reading, even if you're catching this outside of a full moon. this is still resonating with you right now. This is to let you know something's going down, because it could have to do with strong cosmic alignments within your chart. We're all different, we're all unique, right? So we've got different things that are going on. You never know whether there's a square or a trine. I don't even know what they mean. I'm so excited to get more into astrology to find out what the planets mean when they're squaring off and trining and or all of that. Like, I'm super excited to find out that about Vedic astrology, and that I very much have like a stellium, like I'm like Cancer, 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 Cancer. It's even more than 3. I've got like 4 or 5 placements. So what does that mean? What was so unique about when I was born that all of these planets were in alignment in Cancer? Like, I gotta look more into that. There could be so much more that you don't know that's going on with you, but you are very powerful and very magical if you're here and know that. So I'm going to close out this reading with a couple Queen of the Moon, because I feel that I don't even remember if I pulled any, to tell you the truth, because I just started channeling. Alright, so let's get a few cards first to close this reading out. Alright, for the Moon Children. Yeah. Well, definitely. What did I tell you? Somebody learning to love themselves. Yes, look. Look at that. Self-love. That's what it took. Look at her hugging herself, realizing how beautiful she is. That's how she's harnessing her energy. Like I told you, that's what it took. I'm really getting like somebody like to break that glass. Like, you hit your breaking point of people taking advantage of you, walking all over you. This is finally where you're like, you know what? I don't need you. I'm going to love myself. I am more than enough. And that is what is just calling in all of this power. Look at this beauty. It is so beautiful. And the self-love, this is what it's breaking the glass ceiling. It's just shattering people's world's perceptions. Like, some people are like, what? Like, you're going to be shocking people, I'm getting. And you know that you're being protected. And this is so beautiful. This is like, remember I said the divine's like carrying you. Look at them carrying her. They can't make this stuff up. This bird is literally carrying her. You're literally being carried. Right? You are protected by the divine. All you have to do is hold your ground, right? And they're carrying you. They're time jumping you. This is beautiful. They're paradigm shifting you. Look at this. Free will. It's why you have to work with these universal energies, because they can't help you if you don't work with them. The universe is working with you. But you have to allow them. You have to give them permission. You have to block out what the devil blocks in the 3D. The devil controls with the mind. Devil controls you through money, material, physical, things that you can physically touch, right? It's like when you can't realize that devil can't control your soul unless you've given your soul up to that devil. Devil cannot control your soul. This is somebody that's like, you can control everything physically, you can kick me out, you can do all of this, but you know what? You can't have my soul. And that is where somebody is being stronger and rising up. And this is so beautiful. And sometimes amongst the darkness, you miss all these beautiful things. So somebody is just definitely being leveled up for sure. Oh my gosh. All right, very beautiful reading, guys. Love and light to all of you. Bye.